Okay, so let's take a look at how you can install CentOS in Azure's virtual machine. So when you log into Microsoft Azure and when you check the virtual machine service from dashboard, it looks something like this. You can also search from search bar, or you can check the menu for virtual machines. Now the next thing is, here you can see you have virtual machines where you can create a new virtual machine from the menu. There are four options. Choose the first one that says create a virtual machine hosted by Azure. Right now, once we start this process, there are some things to set up before we go ahead. First thing, we will choose the subscription, then resource group. We set that up, then virtual machine name, which is Azure Cent. Then we choose region, and then we choose available option for zone. We set our first zone, then we set the security type, set to standard, and we choose the image. Right, so out of that we choose from list of available images. So I will just select here for pricing as free only. It will revise, and then here you have plenty of options. CentOS 8.5, 8.3 free, and Stream 8.0, right, and 8.0 free, and so on. Right, so you can choose the one that fits your case. In my case, let's say I will choose 8.5. Right, so once selected, it will be available here. Right, so here you can see it will tell you that the size is unsupported. So what we can do, see all the available sizes. Right, so we'll move to another general purpose option and pick different option there. Right, there we have it. Now that size is suitable, our region is also accepting that, so we'll move to next option, which is admin account, and here we have SSH key. So we select that as authentication option, and then username being Azure user, then public key source. We will generate a new key pair. We can check the key pair name Azure Cent key because this is system generated. Now we have public ports to choose from, which is SSH and HTTP. That being done, we can review and create. Right, so the thing is, we can move ahead from this and wait for validation to set up. Sometimes what happens is that it will have to be refreshed, and then it goes to a stage where it gets validated. Right, here you can see some things are not covered by our credits, some things we have to check. So pretty costly CentOS setup we have here, which would go above and beyond my free credit. So what I will do in this case would be, I'll be just testing it out, and then I will also show you how to get rid of the image. Finally, just go through all the settings and then click create. Now here you see new key pair will be generated and we can download that. Here you can see the file is there. Meanwhile, deployment will go on in the background. So what I can do, I will open File Explorer, check on desktop, copy the file and move to a place where I can store this key. Right, next I will be needing party and partition as well. Meanwhile, here we are on deployment page. Everything is in process of creation, so we will wait it out. Right, so everything is green. Let's see if it shows me deployment is completed option. So we will wait a few seconds. Meanwhile, we can go to partition, double click on it, go to convergence, import key, choose the CentOS key, save private key here. Now here I will choose CentOS.ppk. Then I will choose CentOS.pub. We have those two files ready. Next would be we will be checking out deployment, and it needs to be completed, otherwise we can't access the public IP, because that's what we need in party apart from our key. So here you can see our VM is created, and we would be needing the resource page. So on resource page you will find that details related to public IP address. So simply go and copy this to clipboard, and next we can go to party file, then paste that, and here we will delete it, and let's see Azure CentOS, and save this. Now the thing is, I will be also needing other settings like authentication credentials, where we have CentOS ppk file being copied, right, and then also data. Here you can use Azure user as username, that you have to copy as well, right. Then click on open, and we can see that it is forcing us to accept something. Okay, so the certificate related fingerprint. Next is we type in Azure user. Let's see if it allows us to connect. As you can see, we are connected to CentOS. Now the thing is, I want to verify if I am on CentOS. So what I can do in that case would be, I will type in lshw, and it will show me details related to my hardware. So let me get those details in short, lshw short, and here you see all those details in short would be given to me. I can also use ls cpu, right, and ls blk. All of those would be possible as well. So as you can see, things like this are very easy to do once you have access to your machine through SSH terminal. Right, now from here you can go ahead, install packages, then create a web server, mail server, and then you can then set the workflow for your work with CentOS. Right, now this was the flow that we followed for setting up CentOS on Microsoft Azure VM. Now let's exit this. Next thing, I will have to stop this, right, because I want to show you how to delete these resources, free up every possible option that you have with this machine. Otherwise you will be charged for these resources, right. So going further, what we can do is we will click on delete once it says that your machine is stopped. Here status will be stopped, deallocated. So we click on delete and click on apply force delete, right, and then I have read and understand. Now let's wait for this process to finish, Meanwhile, I can just go to virtual machines main page and see this one going on deallocation. So once deleted, we will just refresh this, and that should get me out of the resources that are allocated. Everything is removed. Still, do keep an eye on all those services and options that you have given to VM. Okay, as you can see, message successfully deleted Azure, right? So we'll refresh it, and let's see if we manage to remove this, right? So sometimes what happens, you will have to manually refresh things out. Okay, and then we can go ahead and check whether those resources were really removed at all. So here you see resource were removed as per notification message. All the data related to that was gone, right? Now we managed to set up CentOS VM. We also removed it completely from Azure portal as well. So I hope you get the idea how to do all of these tasks.